Good afternoon, all. As you can see, I've had a haircut. So today it's very exciting. So let me show you what's happening. All right. So this is just one of a set of two, but I've received two brand new tires. Now get this right. So I've taken them into the tire shop, and I knew at some point this was going to happen. They had an issue sourcing parts for it. Managed to find some, so it took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but we've now got a front and rear tyre ready to go on the XS250, so we're going to be doing that today. And hopefully, if I don't take too long, we might even get to give it a bit of a test run too. So I'm guessing it's going to take me at least a good half hour to put these wheels back on, but it's my first time putting wheels back on a motorbike. So yeah, we'll get the camera set up so you can actually see what's going on. If we put this over that way, just angle it down just a little bit. I think you can see what I'm working on. Yeah, that's good enough. Anyway, so my idea is, because there's no rear tyre on, I'm going to put the front a little bit because there's no rear tyre. And then we can, because there's jacking points around the back that I can use to lift the rear up so we can put the front tyre on. So exactly what we're going to do. And the first thing we need to do is lift this up, roll the other tyre underneath, and then put it back down on the tyre, and then put it all together. So, you got our brand new front tyre. Very exciting. I've given the rims a bit of a polish, and I've left polish on. Not the best job. First time polishing rims, I can see why people paint them, but we're going to be popping this bad boy on. So hopefully we'll see how easy this goes to just, it's not going to want to cooperate with me, is it? Just lift and tilt back a little bit. That'll do. Kick that out of the road. Roll this one under here. And hopefully, just pop down straight over top of that. But now that the rear has no tyre, there's nothing to counteract that, so this has all got to come back together now. I've got most of the bits. I do have split pins stored away somewhere. Chances are I've put them somewhere and I've forgotten where I've put them. But we'll find them. There are split pins. I've just got to find them. Whoops, probably should have looked for these before I started. Oh. Split pins, split pins, split pins. But yeah, so everything exciting is happening now. I just cannot recall where I put them bloody split pins. We don't really need the wheels today anyway, it's just to put it all, start putting it all back together. So we do have our speedo here, and that goes, there's a recess for that. I'm just going to quickly pop something under the back so that if this does tilt back too far, I'm not damaging anything. I know we've got two in here somewhere. That'll do. That'll be just fine. Anyway. So yeah, there's crap everywhere, and we're finally putting crap back on the bike, so don't really have to worry about this much longer. Having all this shit everywhere. So if that tilts back too far, that should land straight on those. Sweet. Alright, get me old chair out. Now you might be wondering what the blanket's doing on there. There's a big ass oil stain. I don't know. Oh, so we've already got people popping by. Hello, Stefan. You come to watch me put the tyre back on. Alright. So, just go to the front tyre page. There we are. And remove the speedometer drive cable, yep. So we go to the last one. Front brake models here, we detached, it's a disc brake. Yep. Pretty sure it is just the tacho, pin, and then there's a washer and a nut. Not tacho, speedo. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Excellent. Okay. So, now, this is going to cooperate with us. Chuck that one in there. Yep. No, that's right. It's going to come from the other side. Yeah. Okay, so that sits on the wheel. You just tilt back ever so slightly. Thank you. Now there's a ring on this that I can use to locate that. And that's got a, like so, that pin through there. Yep. Excellent. And there's a recess there. Ooh, let me drop that. Silly bugger. Anyway. So this is the tricky part, I reckon, is going to be locating this so I can slip the pin through. Now get that out of the road so that can come across. That can come down. It's got to be angled up. Yeah, I knew there was going to be some hiccups with this. I might have to lift the tyre up to meet it because that's as far forward as it wants to come. Oh, no it's not. It's caught on something. No. Just gotta line you up. Pretty sure that's lined up. Yes. Pin goes through. All the way through, please. All the way through. Nearly. Not quite there yet, mate. So, it needs to twist a little. Alright. And lift. Where's that pin not wanting to go through? These are loose. So, right. And that from memory was 10 mil. No, it's 12 mil. My memory failed me. Alright. Front wheel spindle. So yeah, that definitely comes out that way. Yes. Yes. Gotta remove that. No, it's apparently not a 12 either. It's rear wheel. Rear brake. Rear wheel, blah blah blah. Removal and replacement. Touch the wheel from the machine, in and in and in. Okay, inflate the inner tube, 5 valves, front wheel balancing. Complete the tyre. Oh yeah, it's already been done. The tyre shop, so it doesn't actually have a replacement for the front tyre, so we'll just have to reverse engineer it with a speedometer cable, which we're going to put back on in a sec. Drum brake nut. Remove the disc brake caliper. Front wheel can now be released by withdrawing the spindle, which passes through the left-hand fork and is retained by a castellated nut, which is that thing there, and split pin. Note that it will be necessary to slacken the 2 bolts which hold the clamp around the head of the spindle. Yep, which is what I've got to redo back up. There is not a torque setting listed anywhere for that tyre, so I guess it's just turn to the chat and ask for your advice. How tight is that nut supposed to be? I know that there's a couple of people that swing by here that are quite well versed in working on motorbikes. Because this book's really handy, they'll have a little section, in each section it'll highlight what the torque settings are. For when I'm doing stuff like this, I have no idea. Yeah, nothing for torque setting in there, so I'm going to tighten these up anyway, and then I'm going to continue searching for the old, because I bought a packet of split pins and I've got no idea where I've put them, which isn't handy. Not ideal to buy things and then forget where you put them, so I've got to go have a good look for them now. But that one I think is a 17 mil from what I can remember. 17 mils. Pretty sure it is anyway. We'll find out when we go to tighten it if it's not 17 mil. Alright. So yeah, if you know what the torque setting is supposed to be on a castellated nut on a wheel spindle, I want it to be correct because the last thing I want is this thing to come off while I'm riding on it. I'm not sure how long it's going to take us to put everything. There's not a whole lot that needs to go back together. So, let's give that another tap, make sure it's all the way in. Yeah, I reckon that's good. As far as it wants to go, leave that there. 17 mils, see if that fits. Nope, I was wrong. Maybe it's 19, who knows? I don't think I have a spanner that goes that big. It's got to be 21 then. Silly. And where's that big nuts? That's, look at that, that's 24. I have a feeling, that's not that one. 22 maybe. That's better. That's what we want. Excellent. All right. Let's chat reckon. Oh, hey, Josh is here too. Okay. Here. I'm pretty sure I've forgotten the spacer. I reckon I have. Maybe. One of these is front, one of these is rear. That'll be rear. That'll be front. That's annoying. I need to do all that again. Oh well. I reckon that's the one. Yeah, I reckon that's it. Yeah, because I completely forgot when I took them into the workshop. These things have spaces on them, so because obviously you don't want it sitting right up against the shaft and having a lot of movement in it. So move it in. There we go. So I don't need to take it all completely apart. I just need to take it apart enough for me to be able to have a look at this thing. Got my drift. It's made out of steel, so I've got to use the fat end, otherwise I'll damage it. Oh, I might have to remove it completely, won't I? Get this in there. Yeah. Bug up. Oh well. You live and you learn. I make a couple of mistakes along the way. Alright, just hold that there. Check that one fits. And lower that back down. What are you getting caught on? Maybe knock that out. I need that. Yeah. That might be the wrong one. He thinks. Or maybe it isn't. I think that might be the right one. First guess. Try this again. Okay. It's sort of captured in there. You just need to loosen those nuts off again. Good fun. Can't tell, it's quite warm here today because I'm sweating. It's always more difficult when you're doing stuff with an audience, but I chose this. Come off it. Yeah. Hopefully the rear tyre is a lot less drama than this. But it'd help if I put all my bits that I was supposed to be tucking back on right in front of me, instead of just guessing. That was a bit goofy. One of the goofier things I've done. There we go. I reckon that's about right. No, one tightening that. Put this one back on. That's nice and tight. And a couple more turns and that should be tight too. Oh, at least we can set it back on its wheels now. I don't have to have everything super done up. The reason I want to put tyres back on is because the rear tyre has the chain sprocket on it, and I want to put the chain back on before I run, so that way I can put the clutch cover back on, which holds the clutch mechanism, which engages the clutch, which I can't really engage the clutch without having that mechanism back on. So, which is this thing here. So that's the. And that was, I don't know if you saw the earlier live streams, that was filthy in there. So that's a lot cleaner now, but that's where your cable pulls and it releases the clutch so you can change gears. That's the part I've got to put back on. But before I do that, I want to put the chain around the drive sprocket first. So, alright, I like that. I'm tight. It'll make it good and tight and proper. Get my key tight, I suppose. Make sure these nuts are good again. So you can always come back to all this later. And eventually I'll need to do this again because those forks are rusty and they need to be fixed up. Hopefully not before I can get it roadworthy. Hopefully that's something I can worry about later. But onto the rear tyre. So I'll readjust the camera and I'll see what people have said. What do we reckon? I did cut my hair. Yeah, I really needed a haircut. Helps a lot. Yeah, no, it's it wasn't lube that was the issue to get the pin in. The issue was bloody. What am I trying to say? Yeah, it wasn't lube. The issue was I just didn't have it lined up, so I just need to line that better. But this is what I want to do the front tyre first. Because my wild, crazy, hectic, fully mad idea is to get this rear tyre in. I'm probably going to jack it up and just get it to, lift from the back a little bit. So that way I'm not trying so hard to get this thing to go into the air. Before I do that, I need to find something to actuate the jack with, and I've got plenty of bits of metal that'll probably be suitable for that. There's one thing I don't have a shortage of. Bits of random rusty metal in the shed. I've got plenty of that stuff. So I'm just over here getting this jack actuated. Hopefully it's turned on. About to find out. Don't tell me that's seized. I haven't used this jack in a long, long time. Ooh. Where's my pliers? This is part of the reason why I want to get this done. My shed's a fucking mess at the moment. I don't want it to be so messy. Ugh. Alright. Twist. Twist, there we go. That should let us. Why are you being the way that you are? See if we can get this thing to move. No, it doesn't want to move. Ah, you bastard. You mongrel bloody thing. It's seized, and that's really disappointing. Oh. Well, there goes the jack idea. So what we're going to have to do instead is muscle this rear tiring. Good fun. Girls, that's enough. So, I'll get my push bike out of the road. So, I like riding my push bike, it's fun. So hopefully riding a motorbike is just as much fun. I have to quickly go see what these dogs are doing. Hey! Stop it! That's enough. That'll do. Alright, rear side. Oh. This brand new drive sprocket. Look at this thing. Look at that. Wow. Nice refurbished disc brake. I've got to make sure I put it in the right way, otherwise that would have been a wee bit of an embarrassment. Alright, so I'm going to get together all my parts. I know what goes where. I'm going to put it on this orange box so I don't forget anything. It's going to go right there. And we have a dust cap. This one has spaces. I remember this one. Can't remember which side the spacer goes on. I believe it was the side you pull the pin out on, which is this side here, so. And these things. I'm not sure what these are for yet, but we're going to find out. I'm presuming if they're part of the bike, they're at least semi-important. So, from memory, the rear tyre actually wasn't all that difficult to get off. I think it was, yeah, get it lined straight up, and then can do a little bit of magic. Lift it, or was it tilting it? So I think it was. I think it was you put the side stand down, just in case it tilts too far, and you lean it over a little bit. Just a little bit more than that. Center stand's not going to want to let me do that. And then you can kind of like manipulate it in there, like so. Stay there. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to lift it. Yeah, right. Hopefully I can use my legs for this. Yeah. All I'm doing is pushing the bike forward there. Come on, get out the road. Yeah. Okay. Haven't totally messed up. Just need that. Squeeze it up a little bit more, make sure nothing's going to puncture that tyre. There we go. And then roll in. Thank you. That'll do. Right. It's just getting it past the mudguard. That's the hard part. Now, stand it up. This thing lifts up. And that should, if the mudguard's going to cooperate and not be a pain in the bum, the mudguard's not going to cooperate. It's going to be a pain in the bum. Lovely. That's right. I can take that off. Chain guard, mud guard, whatever you want to call it. Let's get a fun with it. Screws for that one. That's right. Like everything else on this bike, it's rusted and seized. Yeah. right bigger screwdriver with a bit of motivation. Should be able to get it moving. Those screws for that are going to have to be replaced because they're that rusty. They're honestly useless. Are you turning or am I stripping it more? No, you're turning. Yeah. Yeah, that should. Come on. Be good. There we go. So, get that out of the road. Ooh, that needs a clean. Yeah, look. This is actually a good example. That's the kind of crud I've been dealing with on this bike. I don't know what was nesting in there, some sort of spider. It's just got years and years of build up like that. And interesting story with the tyres on this one. So when I got the tyres changed, they came back with the age of the tyres, 1978. I'm hoping that means that the tyres were retreaded at some point, but the tyres age was allegedly a year older than the bike, but I'm not entirely sure on that story now. I'm not sure how old this bike is. I thought it was 1979, that's what I was told. But that's actually still the case. Who knows? Not me. Alright, so just got to get that clear of that. There we go. There we are. Very good. Very good. Very good, very good. Excellent. So I know that these things slip over these bars on the outside. I'm looking at them and they both look exactly the same, so I'm guessing, oh, that's your chain tensioner, is it? What are these things? Is that for tensioning? Because I'm guessing you turn that screw and it pulls the wheel back and tensions the chain more, so I'm guessing that's what those are. They look exactly identical, so it probably doesn't matter which side is which. Probably should have given them a brush with the wire brush. Easy, we can do that quick, just to get some of that surface rust off of them. That is literally something that will take us not even 5 minutes. Ugh. And it is warm here today in work. It normally gets hot, but we actually got humidity today, which is it's crazy. Yeah, so when I say most parts on this bike are original, I didn't realise I'd be including the tyres in that, but I am. Yeah, but pretty much everything on this bike is original, which is really cool. So a lot of the parts that even if they're rusty and crappy looking, I'm just giving them a quick clean. I'm not getting rid of anything that I don't need to get rid of. I'm using my very, very limited knowledge to put all this back together, if you can't tell. Extremely limited. But there is only one way you learn, and that's by doing it. So, and I've learned a lot. Before you start to worry yourself that it may be doing more harm than good, it's just a brass brush, that one. So All right. Need one of these on either side. It goes before the spindle, and that also is included in the mix too, isn't it? Yes. Yes, indeed it is. Which means you need to go up. Oh, maybe I should have put the rear tire on first. Oh well. Again, live and you learn. So that goes in there, and then you will need to come up, which I'm wondering you may still be able to use, even though it's bloody useless, you may still be able to use the jack for some good. That being, propping you under there, but might not be tall enough. Oh yeah. No, I will. I reckon what I will do. Yeah, okay. So, just gotta lift this frame just a little, so we can slide you under there. Alright. So that should allow us to. So that's the issue right now, is because the rear of the frame's sitting a bit low. I need to lift it up so I can roll that wheel in there, so I can get this brake down, because the spindle's got to be captured as part of that. Actually, I might not need to. We've got it at a good height there. No, yeah, I'm going to need to lift it up a little bit more, I think. Yeah. Because you've got to come back. And yeah, so there needs to be a little bit more height so I can hang down a bit more. Oh, we might be able to achieve it if I just get it in off there. This is the problem, is you've got to find a good point to lift so you can also slide stuff too. Let me just do this. Got my foot behind there. Oh. Yeah. It's going to look a bit wonky, but this might work. Alright. Yeah. That may, nope, don't destroy my mirrors, need them. Oh, that might have worked. Slide down. Come on, you know you want to work. You know you want to cooperate. Man, you know what might be easier? If I take the bolt off the top here. I don't know why I just didn't think of that before. Actually remove the top bolt so I can pivot it a little bit better. 14 and 16, I reckon. That would work a lot better, because then we can still capture it with that pin. And that's 17. You tricked me, you bastard. 17. Yeah, I don't need safety glasses on anymore, do I? Yeah, 17. And get our. That's too big, isn't it? Oh, it might be just the right size. No. Actually, not sure what size that is. See, this would have been easier had I tried to do this before I started reassembling everything. We'll need that. That's for the nut. I'll put you back. These big buffers on it. Got there, that's 16. Try 15. Yeah, that's the one. Alright. No, maybe it is 14. Oh! Try that again. Yeah, okay. It was 14. My first guess was correct. Come on. Ow. That fucking hurt. really working for me in that angle. There's too much shit in the road, I think. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh! I mean, smash my indicator like that. Whoops a daisy. Okay. So, now. Should be loosening. Line that up. Should now. There we go. Yay, progress! Who doesn't love a bit of progress? Alright. Now very, very carefully remove that. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in the ass. If things always went smoothly, you wouldn't ever learn anything. So. Maybe the issue is it's just a little bit sticky in there. Because there's a lot of other stuff that I've tried to do on this, and it's just stuff doesn't work like it should because it is a little bit sticky with age. I reckon just move that around a little bit. Should allow me to. Nah, it's not going to work. Alright. Anyway, I think you'll enjoy this. Well, shit out of the bike. I think I will once it's working. The trouble is that we've got to get it to that part yet. I'm going to do something that is verboten, strictly verboten. Now move it. I did. I like to move it. Oh, I'm going to phone call from suspected spam. Nice. Sorry, everybody. You're going to have to listen to my ringtone. It stopped. Excellent. They can leave a message if they're not spam calls. That is really, really stuck in there, that bolt. It just does not want to come out. So I'm going to save that washer, otherwise we will lose it. Far out. That is properly in there. Now, I've got to be careful with it because if I bugger this up, I'll have to replace a brake line. I don't really want to do that. The less parts I need to replace, the better. Okay, we are getting something. See, Josh, this is one that I'll need to spit on before I put it back in. Needs a bit of lubrication. You are fucking kidding me. That thing just will not move. Alright. It's a terrible angle, so I should have really thought about this before I went to put the wheel back on, but here we are. Ow! That was my fingers on the sprocket. That hurt. That was my fingers on the sprocket again. That hurt. It just doesn't want to come out, eh? It is refusing. It is refusing to cooperate. Anyway. So I just can't remember which side's supposed to have the... That's got an oiled... One of these is supposed to be a spacer and the other one is a dust cap. Just cannot remember which one's which. But luckily for me, we got a bit of room that we can play with once this brake line's out of the road. Alright. A little bit more. Again, this would be much easier with two people because you'd be able to have someone hold this on a straight angle so you can actually drift it out easier. But when you're working in a one-person team, you got to get a little bit creative, like bracing the brakes with your knee while you punch the bolt out until it slips away from your knee. Then you have to reset and keep doing the same thing over and over. Why won't you cooperate? You silly bastard. That's where we're at anyway, guys. Got a long way to go yet. Some pressure on that side. Do the old, my finger will work through. And just twist it until it comes out. Yeah, my finger will slightly work. Okay, now we should be able to gentle. There we go. Fuck yeah. Alright. That thing was a pain in the ass, but we got it out. Alright, so now we can carefully remove it from there so we can figure out where it's supposed to go where. So you will sit in there like so, good sir. Not missing anything now, are we? No. So, I didn't really think about that all that well, did I? No, I did not. And for some reason the brake is engaged. Ah! Why are you engaged? You're not supposed to be engaged. Maybe that's why it wasn't slotting down over. I'm going to have to drain these brakes as well. Alright, you hang out there for a sec when we get a container. Kind of hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but it appears that I'm going to have to. So, there, good sir, what size are you? Let's say you're a 14. I don't know why I keep putting the spanners back, but I keep needing them again. No, you'll be a 12. Surely you'll be a 12. Aha! See, I am learning things. I kind of guess, just in case it sprays out at me. Oh, that is on there tight. Probably because it's under pressure, Harry. Oh shit, don't do that. Oh. Okay, in that case, let's remove this. That's for our brake line. So we can do this and hey, yeah, it's not going to come off, is it? Hey, yeah, it's not going to come off. Oh yeah. Well, when all else fails, I don't know I know this, but there's a little trick we can use. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody that works on vehicles knows this, but I didn't. Oh, that's too fucking small. The smallest spanner I've got. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever used an 8mm spanner on this boy. Oh wow. Someone's already bled this before and they've done a terrible job of stripping the bolt real nice. That's probably going to squirt everywhere when I do that. No? Leaving a little bit of pressure in the line. My worry is that I've done this and there's no brake fluid coming out. Put that there as well. Hey! I am very confused now. There's supposed to be brake fluid in here. Let me just position that there like so. Yeah, there is. There. Ugh. There's a lot of shit in that too. So this is the important part, is making sure that fluid does not touch. Come on, it can't be under that much pressure. There's no pressure in there now. Pop that back in while I'm thinking about it. Before we put brake fluid over everything, and we don't want brake fluid on. There we go. Hold this in between my legs. Give me a little bit of that's cutting in my leg doing that. You're really not being that cooperative, are you? Frankly, you're being a bit of a pain in the bum. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, everything can't go smoothly all the time, but clearly that nut there has been tightened way too much. I'm 99% certain it's not supposed to be on that tight. And I've done a lot of reading in the manual. Yeah, well. So, keep that rag on standby. Probably need it again. Make sure that's on good and tight. Now you were just not wanting to cooperate. But, see, my thinking is, now that I've drained that, should these not be open? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure when you take all the pressure out of a brake cylinder, the brakes open up, don't they? They're supposed to anyway. Instead, something has gone very, very wrong. Oh. It's a brake body. So, something's going on here. Maybe they just need to be pried apart, who knows? Maybe that's what happens. If anybody knows, just drop it in the chat, because I've got no idea at this point. I am at a loss and I need to somehow open that up. I need to replace the pads anyway, so... Oh, I mean, why don't I just do that? I'll just take the pads out of the rear cylinder. Rear, bloody thingamabob. Rear caliper side bolt. That's for drum brakes. Rear tyres. Pull the caliper casing of the pad. So you've got to pull the side bolt, single screw from the rear. Which I was just looking at thinking, hey, that's probably the screw that opens it up. It is. It certainly is. That one right there. And this one's not too stripped. Oh, but fuck, that's on tight. Because these are probably the original brake pads as well. Ah. Anyway. Big one. I'm feeling this one's also going to be really seized up too. All backed up. Tap, tap, tap. Alright. Nah, that's not enough. Far out, man. We've been sitting there for a number of years, so I need an intermediate between that one and that one. I'll leave them both there. This is how tools end up everywhere in the shed, by the way. Wherever I put the other one. Ah, that's right, I broke it. I forgot about that. Let me go back to my oldest, shittiest screwdriver set. That one. Oh, you know what, just bring them all down. Let's all have a party. Whew. I'm not sweating as much now because I don't have to, you know, lift a motorbike, but okay. I think I might have to use an impact driver to get this off, eh? That is stuck. That is proper stuck. Oh. Doesn't want to work. It's been a dick. Yeah, no. Can at least use one out in the meantime. So this is why I didn't want to say, well, you know, speak too soon. Oh yeah, we'll have the motorbike will be running today because fucking hell, brother, what is your problem? Because yeah, I knew I was going to run into some conundrum eventually at some point. Oh, I don't know what's going on with those pads. It's almost like they've completely come off. What is going on there? That's not right. Something drastic has happened. It's not good, but it's not my fault. There we go. Finally got it. I really didn't want to get the impact driver there. I hate using that thing to undo screws because it always ends up stripping it. I'm probably doing it wrong, but yay! Okay, I can come off now. So, what on earth is going on here? You're supposed to just lift out. Why are you not just lifting out? There we go. I don't know if they're supposed to look like that. They look alright. Again, not a mechanic, so I've never replaced brake pads, but what I can do is now safely, that's not supposed to come off, oops, what I can do anyway, is I can pop that in there and hopefully line it up with everything. In the meantime, this is going to be the hard part, is getting everything to line up on this one. But the beauty is, I think we could start right at the rear and then work it forward. Yeah. Cool. Right, let's get started on that. I'll just double check, because I'm pretty sure I do have replacement brake pads in here somewhere. I mean, while it's off, may as well. Look about the right size. They are way chunkier. Way chunkier. They can't be that worn down. Like, I'll show you in a sec. That's done. Oh. Look at the bloody size difference. And that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's like a good near 5 mils in difference in size. So, what are you saying? See you. Oh yeah, see you around. I'll be here in the shed working on me motorcycle. I'm gonna get more brake pads. I'm just gonna replace them anyway. For safe and sorry. Just want to double check that those are actually the right size. Yeah, I reckon they are. Yep. That is chunky as, man. That is real chunky. So the spacer doesn't need to be on this side. This side needs to be as close to the wheel as possible. That's the vibe I am getting. So, what we'll do, I mean, we can always redo that later. All that stuff. So, you need to be there. Don't think you need to have an oil seal and you just roll back a little bit real quick. No, you're fine, eh? Oh no, there needs to be a dust seal in there. So the dust seal's on this side, it's slim, which is good. I believe that's what we want. That one sits there and then that one sits over the top. Perfect. It's like a puzzle. It's like a giant set of Lego. It's great. Put everything back together. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Right, don't slide down too much. So we can do all that once we start getting the pin through. So that side's good. And we also need these two on this side for when it comes through the other side. And this side is just big pin, big spacer, which I am going to put a little bit of GP oil on that before I do that. Because I forgot to give this one a degrease. It's got a lot of gummy oil on it. Alright. Okay, I can give it a wipe now. Okay. That was easy done, wasn't it? Bit more GP oil, and then I'll be with yous. GP oil. Stuff you need for sharpening knives, for keeping axe heads rust free, and just for generally having a good time, I guess. So you're ready to go on. Should have brought the rag over here so I could clean these bloody fingers. It's going to give this a bit of a clean off. The rest of the oil on my fingers to cover that. Yeah, get this up. Alright. We are ready. So, put you there. I'll chuck the spacer in there first. Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. Let me just double check that. Yeah. Perfect fit. Lovely. Spacer goes in, tie goes in, tie goes out. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? Alright. Our pin is ready for insertion. I mean, that sounds so sexual. It just came out that way. Come on, you know you want to. Get in. Fuck. I knew this is exactly what this one was going to be like. A lot of dicking around. How about, instead of doing it that way, how about we get the pin through that part first. Oh no, I just knocked out the spacer. This is a pain in the bum. You not envy people who got to do this for their job. I mean, it'd be kind of fun, but at the same time, you get a lot of stuff like this that just does not want to cooperate. Yeah. All right. Yes. A little bit more. Where's my hammer? Somewhere where I can't reach it clearly. That's a great idea. Should do that more often. Lift. Yeah, buddy. Oh. That's all right. I'm sure it's not supposed to be this fucking hard. Can you like loosen these up? please, for the love of the Lord. Oh, it's the wrong freaking size. What size is that? Fortunately, I'm grabbing a rag. My hands feel gross. 12. Should have grabbed it while I was over that side. That would have made more sense. But all right, we're getting somewhere. And then we can put the clutch back together. Put a chain around it, make sure it's in neutral. Put the clutch back together, fill it with oil, chuck the fuel tank back on temporarily, and then give it a start. It's all very wide. It's all very exciting, except when it's not wanting to cooperate, which is like right now. I'll grab the, it's the wrong size, it's the wrong bloody size. It's not, my goodness. Oh, you probably haven't been turned in many, many a moon. Oh, you are really stuck on there. There we go. There we go. Alright, now we can loosen that off. Play. Alright. Just loosening off those tensioners so I can actually manipulate them a bit better. And so we can pull the wheel forwards and backwards if we have to. At the moment, they're just not cooperating at all. Alright, so I should be able to, it's going to let me give that a bit of a tug. There we go. That's better. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, and I figured it out. That feels good. And that's going way easier now. There we go. So just enough for me to be able to see it. Ow! Gas cylinder. Alright, so we got our dust seal thing in there. Now we can go this. First of all, I've got to pop that back in there too, don't I? And before I do that, slacken this off. Here. Oh, we've got a couple more. Choose this in chat. You dad. Maybe I'll slacken that off when it's like or something. Oh, Andrew, how are you? You've caught us at a actually better time than it was. It's a terrible time before. Trying to figure out what the hell was going on with this thing. It's a lot better now. Everything's better now. And you got to slot in there, real cheeky like. So real cheeky like, I didn't say don't do it. Bugger. Ugh. Okay. Pull that back a little. No, I can't. Won't let me. You can just cooperate. That'd be real nice. We're literally like on the cusp of, oh, put it around the wrong way. Probably helps if you do it the right way, doesn't it? Literally like this close to getting it all put back together. Just got to push you back a little bit, soz mate. Just a little bit. Yeah, okay, that helps. Helps it more if you're not in the road. Okay. Yes. No. Yes. There we go. Okay. And now, give it a couple more love taps on that side to make sure it's captured everything it needs to capture. Pretty sure that's, yep. And then we lift this bad boy to include is the hard part now, I reckon. Probably is like just there, literally just there. Okay. Try again. This time I'm gonna hand over the top of it like this so I can give it a good thwack and also see what it's doing. So I want you up a little bit and come on. Yeah, it's gonna come up. There we go. Ha! Yes! Oh, I need a drink of water after that. So I said half an hour. How long did it take us? Over an hour. Oh. Yeah, look. Might not be running it today, but where did I put my bloody water bottle? Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, there it is. I'll be right back. Alright, so that part's done. Everything's back together. Oh, I feel like I've just come back. Yeah, I don't know what I did to my back before, but I was lifting something and it just went break. Did not like. That's stiff, that one. We've got it moving though, it's all good. Okay, so wind you all the way up. Has the added advantage of cleaning all cobwebs and crap that's accumulated on it over the years. And just to really solidify our legacy, chuck this bad boy back on. The Castell nut, whatever it's called. Alright, and where's my big buffer? There it is. Tighten. Don't tighten up too much because we've still got to manipulate stuff at the moment. Still got to put the brakes back together. I can do that after I've done all this. Alright. Need your opinion, even if just one person says it. Do you want to see me put the clutch back on and like give this thing a run? Because if not, I don't want to run it for the first time unless that clutch is back on with the chain and everything. But yeah, look, maybe that's going to be another bloody live stream I want. Oh, we'll take it to like an hour and a half, hour 45, and then we'll call it quits. In the meantime, ooh, you don't want to move at all. There we go. Have these pointed straight back so I can adjust them real easy. In the meantime, we've got to pop this over here so you can see where I'm working. It's going to be right in there. Yeah, can't really see well from that angle, so I'll put you over here. Because we've still got to put all the exhaust and everything back on before we actually give it a run. But what we can do in the meantime is... Oh, that's got rust on it already. Alright, anyway, that's it. Brand new sprocket, brand new drive sprocket and rear sprocket. Oh, we've got a brand new chain. Fuck it. Let's reconnect the clutch, put the clutch cover back on, put some oil in it, put the fuel tank on, and see if we can turn it over. If we can't, we can just figure that out next video. Alright, that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so got a bunch of bolts various sizes. I can't remember which one goes where. There's only one way to find out. Let's put it all back together. This is our clutch plate, clutch mechanism. So, and that goes over that one there. So where I lose that. Let's go back to the book the page that we need to be on. So currently at tyres, I don't need to worry about that until we start doing brakes again. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Oops. Easiest way is go to the index. C for clutch. Replacing 42. Yeah, you know they teach you how to use an index in a book in school, and then you don't do it when you're an adult, and then you rediscover it and go, this is the best thing ever. Why didn't no one tell me about this? And you realise people did in fact tell you about that. Install the drum go blah 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 blah. So that's the, what's that all for? Hey, that ain't what I got. 99% sure that is not what I got at all. Definitely don't know that. And what's all this about then? Clutch pulls onto what? Oh, no idea. That's not centralize the spring. Yeah, that's, I haven't actually pulled it apart entirely. The issue wasn't with the clutch, the issue was with it'd start and then it go blah 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 blah, and then I wouldn't want to run, so and then tab up and then basically check that steel ball still fitted to the clutch. Yes, reconnect, so the cable literally just goes in there. Easy done. And then we put everything back together. So before we do that, we'll get our clutch cable. Yes, I believe it is. Put a thingamajig over you. Push you there. And you get your jigger. You push it in there. And then you go. Whoop-dee. Oh. You got to fight against the spring a little bit, apparently. I remember it was much easier to disconnect than it was to reconnect. There we go. And we've got our clutch mechanism. Which, what do you sit on then? Ah, that's that tiny little spindle there. That's, no, surely not. It can't be. It is too. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? So then you just pop that back on. We don't need a chain at this stage in time, and I know that that's going to be like a whole thing when I try to put that back on. Maybe the bottom goes in first? Yes. Oh, okay. I've got to sit down. I don't want to cooperate. So, bottom goes in first. Like so. And that's got to come through there. Now, why all of a sudden are you not wanting to cooperate? Maybe maybe I'm doing it wrong. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. What are you getting caught on? Literally just that. Are you serious right now, Prof? There we go. Really light taps, because I'm pretty sure if I broke this I wouldn't be able to replace it. Unless someone just happened to be wrecking one of these at the exact same time I was looking for one. Hey! So, we're getting caught on, friends. Oh, that's handy. Balance that there. I'm going to go grab some oil. And the back of a rag, and should be able to make my problems disappear now. So, put some oil on that. Nice and yellow like canola oil. It's not canola oil, but nice and yellow like it. A bit of oil there. Yep, perfect. Give this spring a little bit of oil. And then just a small little dab of it in there to make sure none of that rusts. I'm probably terrible with my application of oil. I probably put way more on than you actually need to. It's this all message redacted. I'm confused. Anyway, yeah, I probably put way more oil on it than I need to, but there we go. So, imbue is well known for a definite fact that you're supposed to sit in there like that. There's no lips on this that should stop it from being able to do that. Except it should not be this hard to put this bloody thing back together. Why does this suddenly change position and not move together? No, that's a bit better. Just drop it down because you're supposed to. Oh, yeah, alright. I think that's where it's supposed to be. The rest is probably figured out by these bloody things. So one of these screws isn't right. Not that much. You go in there, most likely. You probably go in there, I'll say. No. No, you probably go in this one here. Oh, there's two small ones. Oh yeah. There. And there. The small ones. And then we've got one more long one which should go there. And then we're missing one. Were we always missing? I feel like we were always missing one, but I don't know. Anyway. Give me the Allen key. That's too small. That's probably just the right size, I'd say. Yes, it is. I really need to invest in a pair of those, not a pair, a set of those T-handle Allen keys, I think. Because then you don't do stuff like that. Because it's got a T-handle, so you can just sit there instead of like stuffing around with it like I'm doing right now. Alright. I don't like how that's sitting out proud like that. Let's withdraw them all, because I feel like there is a lip in there that I'm neglecting to locate. Because that shouldn't be sitting out like that. Take them all out. 1, 2. Why are you stuck here? Maybe like that. 3. 4. And that will be 5. Now I reckon once you've taken the oil out, you just need to, we'll talk about it a bit more later, but apparently you just need to kick it over a couple of times just to confirm that something ain't right there. Something line up how it should. Anyway, we'll also get to see if there's any oil leaks when we start it too, which is pretty important that there's not. Considering I want to ride this on the road, and if it leaks oil, it's not roadworthy. Oh, we've got the fun of winding this cluster back up again. It's a cluster. I just don't know what that's. I know that's being the way that it's being. It's getting caught on something. I'm not sure what it is. If it is giving good. No, that's not it. It's a dead blow hammer. Before you start worrying, it's a dead blow hammer. Right. The issue is this thing here is not lining up properly. I don't know anything else that could be getting caught on. I cannot see anything else that would be in the road at all. Absolutely no idea what's going on with that. That's it's a little weird, frankly. Oh, I just chipped off some paint. How's it going to get lead poisoning now? Maybe the front needs to go in first, because that is a bit squeezy. Come back out then. Oh, no, still didn't line up properly. I don't know. I'll just chuck one screw in so I can make sure that it's in neutral. And I'll chuck it in closest to where the clutch mechanism actually is. Alright. And then I can grab my, which I forgot to give a clean up, but that's okay because this isn't permanent. This is just in the meantime so I can make sure it's actually in neutral. Should be able to. That clutch cable is rooted. That needs to be replaced. Why are you the way that you are? Oil in there, bit of oil in you as well. This is a not fun part of the there we go. All right. One way we are going to know if this is going to work, and that is by giving it a run. We're going to do it right now, I think. Oh, what's the time at? Look, we're not. We'll give it a run next time because I want to figure out what's going on with this thing here before I proceed further on that. Possibly replace that bloody clutch cable because that is shocking. That is not working the way it's supposed to. Yeah, sorry for the letdown, everybody. It's a bit of a letdown for me too, but I'd rather get this right and take a bit longer than rush something and end up breaking something that I can't replace or repair. And that not sitting in there right and that clutch not working correctly is giving me a little bit of a worry. So we're gonna, as far as starting it goes, pause it there. That's a bit of a mild concern. Yuck. That's another nest that I've just found on my motor. Anyway, I can't think of anything else that needs to be done now. I guess we'll replace the brake pads. But if you can't tell, we're this close to starting it. We're not far from starting it now, so where do you come from? Just a random screw. No idea where that's come from. I'm just going to guess it's one bit of there, maybe. Yes, no. Yes, it does. It's just taking it out for some reason. No idea why. Oh, I'm going to go near the brakes. Yay! But I'll do them off camera. So thanks everyone. Oh, I've got a bit crap on my face, don't I? Thanks everybody for coming by. Thanks for watching. It's very exciting. We're literally getting closer and closer to the end. Yeah, we've got bugger all to go now, so we just got to figure out what's going on with that clutch. But basically, yeah, nice brand new tyres, semi-polished rims. I don't really know what I'm doing on both ends. They're brand new sprocket, so everything's getting pretty much closer, ready to go. It's just a matter of putting the final bits together now. So yeah, thanks for popping by, and I'll see you in the next one. There's the button. Exhausts.